So congratulations
Thank
on
you.
3 Wiser Men and a Boy. I always wanted to say baby, but it's
I
not
know,
the
we all
case.
do. We all mess it up all day long, believe me.
I can only imagine. So Andrew, I'll start with you.
All right.
Okay, so this is the sequel to 3 Wise Men and a Baby. What about the film do you think made it desirable for a return and an update on where you guys are?
Well, I think there was a
Do tell.
familiarity.
Spandex
People
pants?
seemed to like the first one, so
Yeah.
I think we had that at least going for us. So, maybe the numbers will drop off once they watch 30 minutes of it. But we'll see.
Whoa, hey.
He's being humble.
Maybe
Look how
they
cute he
won't.
is.
Maybe we'll start getting more viewers for this one. People like the first one. There was already some teasers that have been put out there in the world that shows that we're kind of doing a little bit of what we did in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But the beauty of this is that we have a chance to elevate and to rise up to the occasion and give people something better and top that first one. And so it's tough, writing a sequel. This guy had him and Kimberly and had a really big mountain to climb in this
ambitious.
one. It was super ambitious. It's a very ambitious Christmas movie as well. So
Yeah.
There's laser tag and spandex candy cane suits.
Yeah.
The budget was through the roof.
arcade dancing,
Arcade
lot.
dancing.
Kids.
Children.
Lots
they're
of kids.
So
Lots of
expensive.
kids.
You gotta
It
feed
wouldn't
them.
be Christmas without the
You gotta
children.
water
It
the
wouldn't
kids.
be.
You don't water kids.
You got to water them. You got
We
to
had
feed
zip
them.
lines.
You're thinking of plants.
we had a zip
Oh,
line.
yeah, I don't have any.
Well, Paul,
Oh yeah.
so the story picks up
Sure.
5 years later.
Yeah.
So obviously the baby's no longer a baby.
No.
He's a boy,
No,
a
yes.
growing boy.
Yes.
So tell us about the dynamics of your collective fatherhood situation and how things have changed.
I like that collective fatherhood.
Oh, that's a great question.
I mean,
Yeah,
it takes
it's
a
good
village.
term. Yeah, it does.
Well, it does. That's just one of the things we're celebrating in this
Yes.
movie is how much of a village it actually does take, or how much the village can help. And you have when we were writing this, I mean, the original thought was in order for this story to make sense and to have space to have new emotional journeys for these guys, we have to have given some time from the original movie, so 5 years later. But the worry is you're putting a lot of weight on this kid who's now 6 years old, this actor, to come in and to be able to carry scenes with you. And can you how much do you give this young child actor in this movie? And the miles that ended up being cast in this movie is extraordinary. And I think as
AKA Young Brando.
Little Brando.
he's a little Brando.
Little
He's like
Brando.
he's just this
Little Beezy.
this magic. He's like
Beezy.
this magical little boy.
Good.
And I think as brothers, we have all contributed in shaping him. What we tried to write into this movie was we all have a unique relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see Luke as a dad and how good a dad is in this movie. But we wrote scenes specifically where we have Taylor sort of taking the baton in a tough moment where there's a tough conversation with this kid about self-esteem and am I good enough? And typically that would be mom or dad that would go, let me talk to you about this. But in that moment, Uncle Taylor says, I got this. I have a unique perspective. And I think we were trying to show that it does take a village and you can have different perspectives that children respond to. And sometimes it's okay when Uncle Taylor takes over to have the hard conversation. I think we find that as parents in our own lives. Like often it is an aunt or an uncle that really connects with the child in a way that a parent can't. And it was sort of fun to explore that a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay to accept the help.
Yes, and
Yeah.
sometimes as a parent, you need that break. Like, go ask your aunt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
As
really.
a parent, I relate. Are you a parent?
I am. I have a 15-month-old.
I have.
But I also have a 15-year-old bonus daughter, and I'm just like, oh, go ask my mom. I don't want to get involved. I can't answer that question for you. So I definitely understand the whole idea of having a village,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
as they grow. Because, whew. All right, now Tyler, this story is already interesting because you guys have a unique familial dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Now, one of the things I love in the movie is that, your mom, you guys' mom comes in and just shakes things up even more, and you guys have to figure out what to do about some news that she spills. How does that add to the already chaotic situation that you guys are in?
I mean, Pastor Roy's just coming in and messing it all up for all of us. I mean, Mom, we're grown men. Mom's got a new boyfriend. This is fun. You know what I mean? This is a fun premise from the outset. So I think Paul and Kim bringing in this element into this movie was a really fun way to have your cake and eat it too. We had so much fun evolving the characters and sort of devolving them at the same time.
Yeah, we spend the first act of this movie with everyone under the impression that life could not be better. We're all on top of the mountain, and Pastor Roy coming in is the tripwire for everything else, for all of the emotional journeys and for everything that begins to fall apart and all the questions. You know, we have we were talking about this earlier. This idea that Mom's house has always been the safe space for these boys to come back together and feel, you know, at home, and then suddenly there's a new man in the house, and that safe space is no longer safe. And what happens when you don't feel safe anywhere, right? What happens, and that sort of sends us all in these various directions. The Pastor Roy element was great because it gave us a different man to play off.
And it's interesting because we all break apart and find that safety in other things. You know, like Thomas is my safety. And my home life is my safety. Your safety was Fiona. You know,
You guys are my safety.
Yours is Aaron.
You're my safety.
You're my safety. You're my safety.
You are my
You're
safety.
my safety.
Look at me when you say that. You're my safety.
You're my safety. Look at me when you say it.
You're
You're
my
my
safety.
safety.
Wait, you're
It's
supposed
not
to
your
bond with
fault.
me. You're not supposed to bond with him.
Oh,
Let's
sorry.
bond.
I know, Sean.
He's
Take
unbondable.
5.
He's
You're
unbondable.
my safety.
You're my safety.
Sorry. You're my safety.
Yeah, you guys are all my safety.
There we go.
Hey,
we
There's
did it.
enough love
We
to go
broke through
around.
today.
Yeah.
We had a breakthrough. We're all going to be emotionally okay.
Isn't that what the holidays are about?
Yes,
Breakthroughs?
it's exactly
Yes.
what the holidays are about.
Yeah.
Let it all pour out, all your problems.
All of it.
And then heal.
Over some turkey and wine.
Yeah,
It
Exactly.
works out.
Yeah.
Naps.
So there's a lot going on with Hallmark this year outside of this amazing sequel that we have. You know, the network has forayed into reality television. We have some Christmas series for the first time.
Yeah.
How does it feel to watch this change and expansion and to, you know, potentially be a part of it in the future?
It feels good, potentially. What, are we getting fired? You're
No,
what do you know?
no,
What do
you
you know?
might have
What
a
do you
reality show that you guys, 3 men and your baby or boy,
Yes,
can spin that into.
Like a
There's
reality show?
possibilities.
That's a good
yeah.
idea.
Take a reality show?
Where we just raise children?
Yeah.
No, that's just reality.
That's just
sorry.
reality.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
don't have one, so.
Tyler raising other people's kids.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm
During
in.
the holidays,
You
giving the
mentioned
parents a
it.
break.
We do a reality show where we do parenting. We go in and teach people how to parent.
It
That's
sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
go in and give
terrible
advice
That would
on
be
parenting.
hilarious.
Yeah, that
Just
would
Just make
be.
sure I get my 10% because
Yeah.
I gave you guys.
You're in.
That's
It's,
the
I mean,
idea.
it's on camera.
You're producing
It's
it.
been recorded.
I do what I can.
It's called the Mannies. Hear me out.
There we go.
Hear me out.
yeah.
So
Yeah, has it?
yeah, it has.
Shoot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
This is
on
a
like
heck
one
of
of
a
those like
Wow,
TLC
we
networks or
just,
something.
it's all gone now. Wow,
It's
the
like
dream's
Queer
gone.
Eye, but we're the 3 guys that come in and
Fix
and
it up. Yeah,
fix
fix
it
the
up.
family. Yeah.
Straight eye?
Straight
Straight
eye.
eye?
I don't think anybody
Straight
wants. There's
eyes.
no appetite for that.
Straight eyes. No, yeah, it doesn't have a ring to it.
Moving on.
Yeah.
So how does it feel to be part of?
Oh yeah, there was a question.
That's
there.
Oh
the
yeah,
question.
You actually want to know the answer to that?
Uh,
how does it feel? It feels great. I feel like we have a lot of new people around too, and there's an appetite from our audience that's saying we want something different, but we want the same feeling, and that's a big task, and we're all trying to achieve that thing. And I think,
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, you got it.
You're
Baby, you got
talking to
something?
3 guys that have been here, they've been part of this network for a long
for
time.
forever.
Long,
Yes.
long time, you know. And I think it's just all of a sudden here we are in this moment, and they're having a moment, Hallmark, you know, and we've been through a lot with them, and it is the most exciting time to be at the network right now. And we're just, I speak for myself, I'm just feel lucky and fortunate that I'm here still and being a part of it, being a part of something like this celebration, 15 years of Countdown to Christmas, and doing this bus tour that we just did, and stopping
heard
in
about
DC.
Yeah, it's fun how it's getting interactive with our audience as well, and finding these opportunities, especially coming out of the pandemic, to see people in person, to watch the reactions to these movies. These are fun things to really sort of cap off, which is an already lovely experience.
And from a
Cultivating
from a
brilliant minds like
storytelling
him.
perspective,
Yeah.
it feels like the sky's the limit. You know, the Hallmark has diversified so much in terms of the types of stories, and you know, three men leading a movie is wonderful. And
Playing with the format a little bit.
yeah, kind of mix it up a little bit. It's pretty fun.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you three.
Thank you for
I can't wait
coming.
to see what you guys do with this manning for the holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I'm excited. for
Raising
you.
children, innocent children have no idea what they're about to have to deal with.
That's actually a great idea. We go take over someone's house for
Yeah,
24
just
hours.
destroy it.
It's like
It's
wife
it's
swap.
actually-
And what the lesson is this is not what you do.
We look after their kids for 24 hours.
And it goes bad, and they go, okay, we're going to take it from here. We're going to take responsibility for a child now because clearly this isn't working.
But the kids will realize what they are missing.
All right,
in
we're
their
done here. We
parents.
can't have this both.